Welcome on in. This is Celestial Divination, and I have my Galactic Life Coaching Ascension Plan. If you have the Astral, Celestial, or Galactic, you have the Celestial Divination in here. So I'm just going to flip to that page, just so we're on the right page. It looks like this. Week 3 of hyperspace. You're going to have a space for the Ogham, which is quert, Q-U-E-R-T, quert. And the symbol is a line down, and then we have 5 notches to the left side. So I'm just going to take notes right alongside you guys, because that's what I do. My name's Evelyn Ryu. I am a quantum life coach that also is having difficulties finding, there we go, a pen. So I'm going to write down that Ogham. And then it connects with the tree, the apple tree. So first let's go over, what does this Ogham mean, quert, and how does it relate to our transition right now, and how can you use it in your day-to-day life? So the Ogham means a choice or decision gets to be made. You, as a divine being, get to make a choice. You get to make a decision. Now, it being connected to the apple tree, there's a lot going on here, and I am happy that we're only focusing on one. This is the last tree or Ogham of the second family tree tribe. So it's making a big impression being the last one. So now apples, their energy is known for knowledge, immortality, wisdom. It connects you to your ancestors, connects you to spirit guides, connects you to blessing. So it's a bridge. Apples are a bridge to connect you to this higher source. And it's also a symbol of totality, of love, because apples are typically in a very spherical, they're very round. And usually, take note, if you're going towards an apple to eat one, I recognize myself. I usually gravitate towards the most spherical and aligned apples. So that's a different thing. Now, the sphere shape has a lot to do with your happiness and your health, because we want that balance, we want that harmony, that equilibrium. A different note is why this gets incredibly interesting. The apple tree has been known in a lot of religious texts to be the forbidden fruit or fruit of the gods. Now, the previous week, we encountered the 1010 Lyran and Star Gateway. Lyran and Vega Star Gateway, the 1010 portal, right? And that had to do with entering this portal that deals with DNA and the Garden of Eden. I'll mention a little bit more about that on my podcast, but I don't think it's a coincidence that right after we engage with this Garden of Eden vibration portal, we're talking about apples. So it's interesting that something that connects you to the other realm, something that connects you to wisdom, to a total encompassing reality of love, is forbidden or only for gods. Now, a different thing, so we're going to kind of hop all around here. In Norse mythology, or traditions, they would dip the apples in honey. And the reason that it would be dipped in honey is to contain and attract their prosperity. So apples have a lot to do with future thinking, and this could also be why they were so forbidden, or why they were only meant for the gods, because you should only be pertaining to what you're doing right now and not care about what's going to happen later. So if you have been a human for a while, living in that aspect of not caring what's going to happen later, can possibly be detrimental. So, considering that quert, that this Ogham, the apple tree, has this wisdom to share with us, to shelter us, to recognize maybe we're not happy or healthy right now, but we have the ability to be that in the future, even in our dialogue of an apple a day keeps the doctor away. This comes from recognizing the bridge that apple trees have for us. A different thing that I wanted to note, it is about making choices and decisions. What I think is phenomenal is that apple trees alone in our planet, there's 75,000 varieties of apple trees. So to say we have a limitation in the choices that we can make with our wisdom and ancestors and guides, that's okay. Another interesting fact is that apple trees reproduce sexually. There needs to be a female and a male to reproduce for seeding. And this can also connect to why it was so forbidden. And this is talking about that DNA vibration of creating new energies. Let's see, another thing, apple blossoms. So I'm very excited because last spring we learned a lot about different types of blossoms, but we didn't learn about apple blossoms. Apple blossoms have 5 petals, 5 stigmas, and 5 different styles. I thought that was so interesting with the 5s, especially since our planet is ascending to the 5th dimension. So considering that petals are a resemblance of giving life and nurturement of whatever plant it's on, it's nurturing our 5th ascension. How cool is that? And now let's get even deeper. An average apple contains 10 seeds, 2 seeds within each chamber. So if you cut open an apple and you see there typically should be 10 seeds and 2 per chamber. So 2 hang out with each other. We are at the moment working with this hyperspace, working with the 10th dimension, and the way I work with chakras, especially if you have gone to one of my chakra classes or are about to, we have astral binary chakras. What does that mean? So astral energy outside of our cosmic energy, it shifts with the astrological planetary transitions. So we have astral energy, binary, 2. There's 2 astral energies that make up chakras. We have physical chakras, and then we have spiritual chakras. So, for an example, a physical chakra would be we do stuff, physical actions with our 3D chakras. The 4th dimension, that is the time we spend in that chakra. So it's not tangible. We can't hold on to time, but we can certainly do things in a certain amount of time. And we have a perspective of time, but we can't hold on to it physically. We can write it down, what we do in that time, but it's not holding what we physically did in that time. So that's a spiritual chakra, something that isn't physically on an atomic level tangible. So that's astral binary chakras. You have physical, spiritual. I do not think it's a coincidence that something that carries choices, something that carries a connection to our wisdom and our totality, has the exact amount of astral binary chakra seeds, to plant seeds in it for growth and to grow and continue more. And that we do need a sacred union of our divine masculine and divine feminine. Not saying we need males and females, saying we need the energies of what's within you, because all of us carry a masculine, feminine counterparts, to be united in engaging with our 5th dimension ascension with our astral binary chakra system. Whoa. Now, also recognizing that apple trees and apples are part of the rose family. If you've looked into metaphysics and different spiritual orders, there is the Rose Order, or Order of the Rose, and the Rose family, and that is something quite sacred, and I feel like should be more well known within our reality, that apples are related to roses. And their energetic signature brings out that love just in a very different manner. Apple trees live up to 100 years old. How cool. And a different fun note, they're typically found in the northern hemisphere. Now, if we think about when we call in energy and spirit, the north element engages with our physical body. This apple, especially with that cute saying, like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, it's directly showing us that we have the ability to physically encompass immortality, or into our centennial age. We have the ability to activate our fifth dimensional physical body. We have the ability to seed our higher chakras, and we have the ability to unite our masculine and feminine counterparts together. How cool. So after the 1010 portal, you're going to have a lot of choices, and you get to make a decision upon those choices, which I'm so stoked about. So I'm going to write on the apple spirit, and I have apple trees here because we do need more than one communal. So I'm just going to write down the Ogham. And I love that it's 5. I'm going to use my citrine. And actually, I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit. I'm going to use the devotion oil, which is created by a lovely colleague. She owns Healing Ways. She created this for my partner and I. And it does have rose in it. So it doesn't have apple in it, but it has a cousin. So I'm going to put that on my lava stone. I like shaking it 3 times. And I'm also going to place it on my citrine. So then what I'm going to do here, and you can utilize whatever oil you feel comfortable with. Maybe you're not comfortable with an oil, maybe you like lotion, or you can just have it around you. But I'm going to take my citrine downward, and then I'm going to go over 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blowing my breath of life on there. Been like covering my page with it. So maybe you don't want it on your skin, you just want it on your page. That is perfect. Now let's get into a meditation with spirit. Please practice your 3 S's. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my Being Cosmic Chaos podcast, Cosmic Energy Introduction, where I explain how to engage and begin your own meditative journey. I'll be right back. Now, you are welcome to sit in lotus pose. You can stand in tree pose. You are welcome to laying down in savasana. Now slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Take a deep inhale through your nostrils. Hold, exhale out of your mouth. Begin feeling an apple in your hand. Feel the roundness touch the skin of the apple. We're going to begin with 1 bite of the apple. Recognize if the apple you have bitten into is sweet, tart, tangy, crunchy, smooth. Recognize the texture within your mouth as you engage in connecting with the apple tree's fruit. Allowing the union of this apple tree's reproduction to enter into your body. Allowing a recognition of your 3D body shifting with the collective into the 5th dimension. As you open up your other hand, placing the apple down, see your other hand. Look at your thumb as it shifts into an apple petal blossom, and your pointer finger shifts into a petal, and your middle finger shifts into another petal, and your ring finger continues until your pinky and your whole hand is an apple blossom. As your hand becomes this blossom and your arm begins to curve and extend as the apple tree, recognize the strength within your DNA, recognize the strength within your heart, feel your heart beat. As you feel your heart beat, recognize all of the apple blossoms all around your body, your hands, your hair. Feel the wind as it takes away the blossoms. Recognize apples beginning to grow out of you. Allowing one of your branches to extend an apple into your heart center as you feel the sensation of your own wisdom. You feel the sensation of your immortality. You feel the sensation of happiness. What does your future look like as a happy spiritual being? Envision your happiness. Allow the apple spirit within you to show you decisions. They're not wanting me to say decisions. I'm recognizing that. Show you the seeds you have been planting for not just decades, not just this lifetime. You've been planting ascension seeds for thousands of years. And you get to choose to activate those seeds. You get to choose to ascend your soul monad, your soul group into a new realm, a new reality of being. Allow Apple to root your feet into this reality. Anything that your spirit has lined up for you that your physical body may have deemed forbidden or may have deemed for only godlike creatures, may that distortion be composted within the soil that your new reality is being created with. Allow the ascension of you as the apple tree, the leaves to fall, the apples to fall gently on the ground, allowing your thousands of years of knowledge and intuition and immortality to seep and ground into the soil beneath you as your bark turns to skin, as your trunk turns to legs, as you can wiggle your toes in the ground and feel your vibration of who you are meant to be as a soul and in a soul group. What does that mean for you? What are the choices you are about to take? Thank you so, so much. That is our apple spirit tree meditation. I appreciate all of you. Namaste, blessed.